everyone. Welcome back to the My Health, My Way podcast. Powered by MYDAWA, of course. And this is the channel where we bring health information and make it more accessible for you and more
fun, baby.
We are your lovely hosts. My name is Dr. Samira.
I am MYDAWA.
And I am Korea.
And
today,
yes,
I have my lovely. Nimesema lovely ngapi?
17.
More lovely.
Yes.
Madam CEO.
Hey.
Kiongos. Dancing CEO, aka Queen.
Hey.
Mando, Yule Mrembo. Hey, so pretty.
Hey.
And you can't even guess her age.
Hey,
let me tell you, she's 16.
I guess. 42?
Direct.
She's direct.
What? Guys?
I'm 41.
Oh!
Yeah.
You're like those pictures that are supposed to go direct. You said, you're 41.
I didn't go through the corner.
We don't have to corner.
And her name is
Priscila Muhiu.
Yeah.
Welcome. We're really excited to have you.
The energy in this room is amazing.
Oh my God. Yes.
Come on, Kujua. She's a yellow, like y'all. Lovely outfit.
This
Very
episode,
bubbly.
Hey, we are giving on the sunshine, all of it, and we're not giving any. Actually, Nairobi, we are sorry because we're the ones that are in the sunshine. It's in this room right now.
Yeah, and welcome so much,
Thank you,
Priscilla.
thank you.
And please introduce yourself. Who are you? I know we're gonna like
a whole
Scroll.
scroll,
And it's flowing even down here.
Oh, God.
but tuambie ile snapshot tu. For now.
It's very simple.
Usiwashtue sana.
What thing is it?
So my name is Priscila Muhiu. I currently work with this amazing girl and many other people at MYDAWA. I lead the business for MYDAWA here in Kenya. I joined MYDAWA in October 2022 with her. Same time.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yay.
same time.
I love that.
And yeah, I've been there for 1.5 years. Before that, I was at Glovo. I was a general manager at Glovo. Before that, I was Sandy, and then I worked at OLX. So my experience has really been around tech space. And the reason why I love the tech space is because there's no day is the same. Everyone can tell you, no day at MYDAWA is the same. I get people asking me in interviews, what's your typical day like? I'm like, huh? What is that?
What is that? Can't relate.
What typical me?
What is that? And the reason why I am passionate about tech also is because I see opportunities in terms of solving the many Africa problems we have. And the reason why I joined the healthcare space is because as you grow older, you want to have more impact, and healthcare is an impactful sector. Because whether we like it or not, we'll need medication whenever we are sick. And I felt like this is the space I want to be in, at least for the rest of my career. Actually, my plan is to have MYDAWA as my last employer, if possible.
Wow.
After that, I'm going into teaching. I want to be a lecturer.
That guy who has been eyeing you on LinkedIn and saying, "Uyu anakuja kwangu."
Forget it, guys. You've already been told. Potea.
You know what I want to know? That girl in high school who was Priscila Muhiu, who was she? Because did she see her as a dancing CEO, aka Madam CEO right now?
First of
who
all,
was she?
Super saved.
What was you?
If a guy said hi to me,
You were just like, what is
Ushindwe.
that? You saluted me like this, Kwanzaa. And you say in the name of the Lord.
Shindwe!
In
the name of the Lord.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, so actually the Priscilla you see now is not the same Priscilla.
Really?
Super saved. And then I used to be a kachopi.
That's how you got here, sweetie. Yes.
I remember.
What was so much?
You don't go passing the
So much
corners.
to just read.
You can't pass the corners.
No one ever defeated me in physics.
Not the physics.
The one you know.
The way I was given the chance to drop that thing, I said, hey.
I used to be called the walking robots.
Really?
Wow.
Okay.
So I was very good in sciences, biology, chemistry, physics, and maths. I was very good at that. I didn't like the humanities part. My history. I don't get that. For me, it's logic. Show me the logic. So my high school was full of interest. It was an interesting phase of my life because a lot of things happened. And I found God.
Yeah.
I found God. And
Priscilla says, if she prays for you.
By the way, be careful.
Inafanya. See me on the side.
Nikiambia chakula. Tutaomba for long.
Let's meet at the back of the tent after this, by the way, because I have a list of things, okay? I have a list of things. Oh, really?
But then campus happened and kuna vile.
Campus came at 200 fast. You understand? Aya, what's going on here?
I'd like to hear.
About campus?
Hey, continue.
Campus was it was culture shock for me because I had a very strict dad. So
Hey, can relate, guys. Dad ukiona umesikia.
even playing outside with other kids was a problem. No. In fact, I remember when I was in high school, there's some boys who came to borrow chemistry books. My dad said, "Rehefaga," which means bring the panga.
Not the panga.
Oh my God,
Did he
He
chase
said
them
everyone
away?
is going.
He chased them away.
Yeah. He didn't
For
want
chemistry
anyone.
books.
For chemistry
They were
books.
just studious young men. Whenever you are today, I hope you're doing well. And Poleni.
I could name names.
They can come to the comment section right there. They say it was me, imagine.
I remember my dad focused on them, and it was yeah. But anyway, campus was a culture shock because my dad was super strict, so I was kind of in this. I didn't know boys, I didn't know how to deal with men, and then I went to Upper Kabete campus in Nairobi University, and Upper Kabete, the ratio of man to woman was 9 men for 1 woman. Guy, so they overwhelmed.
And then you're showing up with all this beauty. They're like, wow.
Well,
Hey, they were like, wow.
so for me, I was lucky I got a boyfriend very quickly.
You don't say. You don't say.
I was lucky I got a boyfriend very quickly, so I was not really... Because I used to be the couple of the campus.
Mr. and Mrs.
Lower Kabete.
I used to be known as the couple. But then it didn't work out. After a couple of years, I left. And then I met my second boyfriend, who now became the father of my kids. So actually, I got pregnant at 24, got my first child at 25. So right now he's 16. He's a big boy. He's
You don't even look it.
Do you think it's
Amen.
do you think it's legal for you to look like this? Like
No, it's not legal.
You're just walking around with this. Surely.
And I might just go back and get a third child. You know.
Surely. Actually, you know what?
By the way, no. If that's
Because
what
you look amazing.
Thank you so much.
16-year-old, wow.
Yeah, 16 and 9. I've been ready. Yeah, the people who I'm waiting for to start fast and they know themselves.
Leave the charge so the rest of us can follow. Una cause jam.
Una cause
Una
jam.
cause jam.
Si yeye tu, wengine wanajijua tu.
I know
Behind the camera, show yourself.
my mom is about to write this
Reveal
episode. It is
yourself
you
right
she's
now.
talking about if you didn't know. Mom, don't comment on this video. This has nothing to do with you.
Made us so happy. So coming from that space now, how did you find out about MYDAWA, especially coming from this global world where it's just move?
Yeah, so the interesting thing is that when I was looking for a job when I was at Sandy, I was at Sandy for about 10 months. So I was looking for a job. I had 2 offers when I was leaving Sandy, Glovo and MYDAWA.
She said options.
I had options.
It's giving head hunting.
Yes, but the role then was head of marketing. I chose Glovo because it seemed a more interesting role. I was going to launch a couple of, the brand in a couple of markets. And it was an African role, so I decided to take Glovo.
Oh, wow.
And I think I was meant to come to MYDAWA eventually.
Yeah.
But I'm also glad I did not come then because I was meant to come back as a country director of MYDAWA.
Say it.
So
You better say it.
the prayers are working.
I'm telling you, I'm meeting you at the back of the tent after this. Because, wow.
Yeah, so that's how I found out about MYDAWA for the first time. So I had 2 offers. I decided to go to Glovo. But I kept in touch and I found out they're looking for a country director and it seemed like an interesting role. Then, like I said, I was interested in a more impactful sector. Healthcare seemed like the thing. And when I looked at the business, the opportunities were immense. And then I talked to our head of tech before I joined and he's called Nikki. You know Nikki.
Shout out, Mr.
We did a 2-hour conversation why I should join MYDAWA and how the team is amazing. And he was not wrong. Yeah, so he convinced me to come on board. So
We have Nikki to thank.
Yeah, okay. 2-hour conversation.
Yeah, big up Nikki.
Big
up
Nikki Nyamasio.
Big up
Hey, but
Nikki.
let me tell you, 1 week Nikki mtafuta. call, he doesn't pick.
Hey.
On brand. But
Yeah, it's really
Right on
today.
brand.
Just today.
You're looking at him. You're calling him, and he's looking at his phone. He's like,
Not now. I'll deal with this later. Wow.
like this.
Yani,
I pick up the phone.
mkubwa.
He didn't have my number. Let me forgive him. He didn't have my number.
Now he
Yeah,
does.
now he does.
Yeah, it's written country director under the name. I love it.
Yeah.
Wow, what, that's an amazing journey.
Yeah, it's been. I love MYDAWA. We have an amazing team, as you can see. There's a lot of problems. There are days where you're like, so what do we do?
Yeah.
But somehow we figure it out.
Yeah.
And we fail sometimes, but we fail fast. We pick ourselves up. We move on. We've done things that have worked really well. We've done things that have not worked at all. So the idea, actually, sometime last year, we did an exercise where we asked people to. We got feedback around the culture we want at MYDAWA, because I believe if you don't intentionally create a culture, it will be created for you.
100%.
It will be however people behave, that will be the
That's
culture.
how, yeah.
So let's be intentional and define what the ideal culture is. So we went through this exercise where we came up with 7 key things that need to happen in our culture. One of them is relentlessness. Kisungu ilikuja na
Your
Mary.
tongue says, I don't want to be here. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Preliminary, relentless. Same was up.
The logo ilikuja na Mary. But anyway, yeah, so one of the things is relentlessness. And which means we keep trying until we find the solution. Because I believe there's a solution for everything. If you don't have a solution, it's just because you've not found it. Yeah.
But it's there.
I have a quick one, actually. When you were in uni, you said, when Dushi asked you, did you see yourself here? And you said, no, back in the day. When did your career journey start? At what point of your life? Was it uni? Was it after uni? Did you tarmac? Did you,
Yeah.
Tell us a bit.
Yes, so when I finished campus, I did food science and technology in campus.
Really?
I don't even know what that course was about.
A lot of people don't touch it.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
But anyway, during my internship,
Same, I relate
Yeah, I
as
studied law
well.
and did even, if you ask me now, like, what people do in court, I'm like, they show up and then
after that,
they say, Your Honor, objection, everyone's chopped. Yeah, man. Yes, judgment. Queenish, you're guilty. It's queenish. You're guilty. So I get that.
innocent.
Yeah, because I'm imagining you're food science and then ending up where you are.
Food science.
yeah, it's a complete
trajectory.
yeah.
Shift.
So during my internship, I got to experience what the job would be like, what the career is all about, and I said, can't do this for the rest of my life.
Right.
Yeah.
It's about, at that time I was working in a lab, so ideally what I would do is go to the factory, pick up some samples, come back to the lab, do some tests, and then determine the quality, whether it meets the quality or not. And those things were not really interesting, given my personality.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I finished campus, I intentionally did not search for jobs in food companies. So I tried customer service. So I was working for a company, I remember it was called Presses. It was a call center. I did that for 3 months. I hated it. Oh gosh.
Call center work is not easy.
It's not easy. The customers, I can't.
Experience.
Yes.
I hated it.
It's not easy.
So someone also advised me, because of your personality, you can try marketing. And the best place to start marketing, or rather to learn marketing, is an agency, because you get to handle multiple brands, experience multiple, the way brands work, etc.
Yeah.
So I started off my career in a company. Actually, before I went to agency, I worked at Healthy You for a month.
One.
Yeah, 1 month.
Ukasema, yeah.
Much easy.
Your sales
I tried it. And
It was sales.
It was sales. I was one of those girls in Healthy You.
Yeah.
I said no.
Yeah.
But it was just for 1 month. Then after that, I went to, it was called Silver Bullet. I was in PR. I did that for 6 months. It was internship. Then PR was about, you know how it is.
Yeah.
You try negotiate with the journalists to cover your brand stories and all that. Like this ass kissing, I can't. Let me go somewhere where they will now kiss my ass. So I went to media buying. Now, if you want media to be bought,
find me.
come find
Call
me.
me. Yeah.
And then I think I joined at the right time, because those days we were very few media planners in the country.
Wow.
Actually, you could count them with hands. Like,
Right. You all knew each other.
yes. So I was there I joined Skull Group as now media executive after PR for 6 months. I was there for 1 year and some months. The reason why I left is because I was pregnant during most of that time, and the pressure was too much. I would leave the office late, because I remember there's a time we used to use Marutis, those too small vehicles to drop us. Actually, I was being dropped home at 1
in the morning.
And I'm pregnant up to where?
You're growing toenails and hair follicles.
And then I was working for a brand called for Coke, and Coke is it was a very stressful brand. And then you're handling multiple markets. However, may believe everything happens for a reason. The reason why I can stand anything right now is because of that experience. I learned how to become tough and soldier on.
Yeah.
And then my analytical skills were tested because of the kind of media buying we were doing. You had to really analyze reach, and then there were no tools back in the day. So Excel had to become
your best friend.
Yeah, my analytical skills were stretched.
Right.
Yeah, so I thank God for that experience. It was tough, but it was good. Toughened me a bit. So after I got my baby, after maternity leave, I went back, but I was like, no, I can't handle baby and this. So actually I quit before getting a job. The good thing is that we were very few media planners in the market. So people had I've quit. The next day I got a call. Are you interested?
Yes.
Yes, I'm coming. But my conditions are
Right. And you set them.
Yes, because of the baby. So I joined Newton. It was called Newton Bates. So I was there for 3 years. And then in the agency world, the problem is that when you reach media director, like you're in charge of a media department, that's it. Unless you become the owner of the company.
Exactly.
Yes. So I got tired and I wanted more, and I wanted to get out of this space. I wanted to go to the client side now. I saw an advertisement of Kalahari. I don't know if you remember Kalahari. You don't, I'm sure.
But now I have a partner.
You guys, I'm turning 30.
High five, actually. High five, because I have a partner. She just arrived the other day.
You guys want to roast me. Just hug me.
11 years.
Are you amazed because you're being roasted? So that joke has been shocking. It's funny. I know, guys. High five. That is millennial. Yes.
That's a very bad joke. That's a bad joke.
It's a back in the day joke.
It's a back in the day joke.
So Kalahari was an online platform. It was launched before Jumia. So it was similar to Jumia, but focused on, we were trying to replicate the model for Amazon. So instead of as books only, and then now, but unfortunate thing, I joined in August 2011. October 2011, they shut down.
They were like, we gotta go.
They shut down. They gave up on the market.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that they had other companies within the group. So there was Dealfish, there was Mocality. So I got an opportunity to join Dealfish as a marketing manager. Dealfish now rebranded to OLX. The OLX,
Okay.
So
I remembered when Dealfish was...
Yes, it used to be.
Back in the day.
Well, you should get a walking stick at this rate.
But it'll be a cute, bedazzled one.
And that's the one with four legs, that one.
Gosh.
So Dealfish, actually, in November, I joined Dealfish. April, we rebranded to OLX. Let me tell you, if there's any marketing I've ever learned, I did it at OLX. Because first of all, our budgets were crazy. I used to have like $5 million a year.
But do you see?
Yeah. Like I did every single marketing.
You can think
at some point, we
Yeah.
even had 100 people on the street talking to people sell their stuff on OLX. Remember the Eric Omondi show? We used to shoot that almost every day.
You're pointing at the wrong person. Do you
Almost
know
every
that?
day.
What is show? You do.
At least Eric Omondi was on time.
I'm over it.
The OLX selling show.
Yeah, G.
Ridiculous. Wait.
Samira, you're in the same boat as me. I don't know what these people are doing.
That's a large budget to get.
Yeah, it's a large. And then that's Kenya only. There was handling Ghana, Uganda, Tanzania.
You were running it
Yeah, but my team was based here. Yeah, and
Okay.
then
Now you're just working.
And then that's the first time now I built a team. Before I had been finding either a team already existing, but this time I started off as alone, and then I built a team. That experience was interesting. It was very interesting. hiring and building a
What was
team.
your criteria when it comes to like building a team?
But I'm a big believer of chemistry. It applies across even my house help. Yeah, if I don't feel you,
Good night.
Yeah. Unanifeel na mimi
tunafiliana, please.
Yes, it
Of course,
has to run.
that's one of the things. But of course, the experience. But I'm a big believer of hiring for attitude and training for skill. I'd rather hire someone who has an amazing attitude. You want to learn. You're curious. Skill, you
can learn.
You build up. Yeah.
So if I had a choice between someone who's amazing in the skill but attitude, but medium skills, I would take. And the reason for this is because I believe attitude is harder to change. But skill you can always train.
I agree with you very much.
Yeah. And then also something I learned later on in my career is that whenever you are in doubt, don't hire. Sometimes you don't know what it is.
Just a
Something.
feeling.
Yeah. If you're in doubt, you don't know, don't. Most of the time where I've hired when I was in doubt, okay, I promise.
It's beaten you, huh?
Trust your gut.
It's true. And they'll take care of your gut health so you can trust it.
Oh my God.
On MYDAWA, what can I say? Surely. Was that a plug or was that a plan? I am a sucker right now.
Yes, Amira, what are you doing to me?
At MYDAWA, you can get something for your gut health.
I love it.
It's called the microbiome.
Hey,
wait, watch out.
Yes, actually. She's coming for everything. I was going to ask, considering you were so interested in the sciences in high school, did you ever consider going into med? Also now looking at...
I wanted to be a doctor.
You did?
I didn't get the chance, or rather I didn't qualify. I missed by a mark or two. And then I went into food science, but I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah, and I think it's time. Okay, I don't know what's happening right now in terms of career direction, or rather career guidance when it comes to people in high school, because sometimes you make choices you don't even understand what it's about.
Yes.
I think if I had the right guidance, I probably would have made a different decision. I want to be a doctor because it's a good.
They say
it's a good thing. Yeah, but that's it was my first choice. I didn't get it, and then I found myself in food science. I don't even remember selecting food science because I didn't even know what it was about.
Yeah.
You know that thing? By the do you know what I selected?
What did you select?
Please guess.
Agriculture.
No.
I said agriculture. I don't know how I did that.
Engineering. IR.
Me, I wanted to do either BBIT or IR. Let me
Actually
tell you,
did
you know
IR.
why?
Really?
Because my best friend in high school knew she wanted to do IR. I don't know what her reasons were, but me, I was like,
Even
if
me.
I choose.
You gotta choose.
So then my dad told me, you are a joker, you're a liar.
We are writing medicine over here.
But I'm glad you did medicine. You're a very good
You're a
doctor.
fantastic
You're
honestly.
amazing. She's so empathetic. Oh my God. I call her anytime. Samir, I'm feeling like this.
She's like, I got you, sweetie. Don't worry
I
about
even
it.
told her.
Even my friends have her number, by the way.
I love
Dr.
that.
Samira, now +1. I said, now I have a doctor. GP, I have one.
Your family doctor. That's what
family
you call her,
doctor,
family
yeah.
doctor.
She takes care of all of us. Yeah.
And I feel like it's been a roundabout way because you might have selected it then, but you've ended up in a space where you're making so much impact in the healthcare space.
Exactly.
Without never having studied.
If it's
So
meant to
what's
be, it
meant
will
for
be.
you,
It's meant for you.
No,
Exactly.
100%,
That's a
I believe
roundabout
that
way
as
to
well.
have had
And
one.
let me tell you, she's being humble about having a lovely team, but I want her to talk about her leadership skills because,
Oh.
let me tell you guys, maybe I've had, sorry to my ex-bosses, but they were not the best. And especially in the medical space, we're so used to so much like toxicity.
Pressure.
So like branching off and going into this corporate space where I'm having her as my leader, it's been mind-opening. I'm just saying, anyway, I want her to talk about, she says something about servant leadership. Maiskeyo.
Hapana.
Savant.
Sijawai. No.
Sam.
Yes.
Please tell us, because she came into MYDAWA and everyone can agree, even those people behind the camera who are looking at us and just nodding can agree that she came in and just said, "Zhush, MYDAWA up." Like the,
And in a good way.
Yeah.
You're your chaff. You're your
That
chaff.
is it.
you know
Thank
that.
you.
Oh wow.
Guys.
I love that.
Yeah.
Please.
Walk us through what leadership means to you and how you even just
Yeah.
lead a
So
team.
for me, I just remember at the end of the day, I'm working with people. And these people have issues. They are happy today, they are not happy tomorrow. I go through the same waves as well. Because she knows. Because this weather is not very good for me. She knows I have. When it's this like cold,
Gloomy,
I struggle to wake up. So she told me to take magnesium. Is it magnesium? What do you
Yes, magnesium glycinate.
Oh, by glycinate.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
We have a company to
I love
Me.
Oh, yeah.
It
Yeah.
actually helps you when you're struggling with
Sleep.
Sleep
Yeah,
mood.
and mood.
Yeah.
You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Tari, I need to get on it, yes. Because if there's something, sometimes I kufungwa macho. Sometimes I feel like they've been glued together and it's not the lash glue. It's just they're like this.
Yeah.
So do you know that it helps with that? Like helps with that seasonal.
Yeah, it
Seasonal.
does.
Yeah, I get that.
The cocoon feeling. That
Yeah,
you
I don't feel like leaving the bed. I don't feel like, and it's okay to have bad days.
Yeah.
I have bad days, I have good days. When I'm good, it's good. When I'm bad, I'll tell you, by day, today is not my day. But tomorrow will be my day. Yeah. But anyway, it starts with just appreciating the fact that you work with people and treat them as people. They are human beings at the end of the day. And what she said, servant leadership, I believe that as a leader, actually it's a calling. The reason for this is because your work is it's not people who serve you, it's you to serve them.
Yes, so they can.
Yes, so it's mapped to me. It's actually my responsibility to find out what Samira wants to do in the next 5 years, whether it's within MYDAWA or not, and what's my role, or how can I help her achieve her career ambition.
Yes.
So the book I'm reading right now, it's called The Motive. Actually, a friend of mine referred it to me. It talks about the two kinds of leaders, and it's based on the motive of why you want to become a leader. So there's a leader who wants to become a leader because they are, it's reward-based. I want to have that big office. I want to have the title. I want to have the big money. I want the bonuses, and But there's a servant-based leader who really wants to take care of people.
Yeah.
And you'll find that the servant-based leader will require less resources to get the same results as someone who is reward-based. Because at the end of the day, if people feel motivated, and motivation can be money, but to a certain extent, if people still feel like the culture is toxic, if people feel like they're not respected, they're not seen, they're not heard, they're not given the opportunity to grow, it doesn't matter how much money we pay.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, people still want to be motivated intrinsically.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
So I believe in treating people like people.
Yeah.
If you have a problem, and also having an approachable way of doing things. For example, if whatever challenge you have, you can come to me if you're comfortable. I can share my experiences with you. And if I can be able to help you, I can help you. And then walking the journey with the team. And you realize as the higher you go as a leader, the less it becomes, like the less technical it becomes. Right now, I have no idea about medical, pharmacy, whatever.
Glycinates and
But
microbials.
exactly. Although I'm trying to learn those my drugs.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you were telling me what earlier? What did
Clopidogrel. That one I struggle.
Okay, I have to go to write it
struggle
down.
with that one.
Every day when I wake up, Cloppy,
Dogrel. I used to say Dogrel. Yeah, so I don't understand all those things, but you can still lead a team that is they have the technical expertise, and you don't have to really know what they're doing. Just have to trust them. At the same time, when you hire, I believe in hiring the best people and then getting out of their way.
Right.
Yeah, you have to get out of their way.
It's like give them
But for
liberty.
me to get out of your way, I have to trust you.
Yes.
You break that trust, boy, Kai.
Yeah.
We have a problem.
Tutakuwa na shida, even though she knows. The minute I feel like, hey, things are not going the right way, hey, I will be in your business. Kidogo.
You will be sitting like
Yeah, but if you're handling things, the good thing about it is that their KPIs, they are very visible. I can see the numbers. If you're struggling, I'll know. So if I feel like you're struggling, I'll step in and help. But if you're doing your thing, I will stay out of your way.
You said something so interesting, that you create an environment where people can do their thing and you can step in if they need help. A lot of people don't have that. You know, either they're working in fear, meaning they're not also motivated to give you the best, or go out of their way. Because at the end of the day, if you're happy, then and you feel like you have more to offer, then you will offer.
Exactly.
If you're not happy, you'll just be like, basi nitakuja tu alafu nitaenda bora nalipwa mwisho wa mwezi. And that is rare, to be very honest with you. It is,
But it also requires you as a leader to be secure. By that I mean, I cannot be a jealous boss. I cannot be jealous because Samira is doing well. I have to be okay with Samira taking my job in the next 2 years. I need to allow her to do whatever she wants to do. That requires security. Like, I need to feel secure. Because the minute I don't feel secure, it means I have to make sure people are under me and they stay there. I don't want you to come and... It requires someone to be very secure. And if you're not secure, that's it. Actually, there's a clip on YouTube. The title is Role of a Leader. And the guy talking is Jack Welch. Unfortunately, he passed away. Unfortunately, he passed away. But he was the CEO of GE. He talks about 4 qualities of a leader. I listened to this a couple of years ago, and actually I live by that. The first one, it's the chief meaning officer. As a leader, you're a chief meaning officer, meaning you have to define the vision of the company and show people why we need to go there. And most importantly, show people what is in it for them. If I tell Samira, let's go this way, why are we going this way? And then what does she stand to gain? Will she become a better doctor? Will she become the head of Madam CEO in the future? What is in it for her? Including bonuses for whatever it is. And if there's no money to give bonuses, be open about it. So sometimes there's a situation, but be open about it. But you have to show someone where you're going, why you're going there, and what is in it for them. The second one, it talks about chief brooming officer. You hire an amazing team. They're doing their thing, but you are building bureaucracy. You have to approve everything. You have to do this, you have to do that. So you're bringing in clutter. Yes. So the work of a leader is to fagia, chief broomer. Remove the clutter, let people do their job. Step in when you have to step in. The third one is the generosity gene that I was talking about earlier. You need to get turned on giving people bonuses. He uses that word, by the way. See me. Oh my God.
You need to get you excited. Your thalamus. The thalamus must get excited when you think about the word bonuses. The thalamus get excited just thinking about bonuses.
You need to get turned on giving people raises because they're doing an amazing job. You need to fight for people. You need to celebrate people. And then the fourth one is chief fun officer. Chief fun officer meaning find reasons to celebrate. We get 10 million B2B. Stella, are you with me?
Yes.
Whatever it is, the small wins, the big wins, celebrate.
You said it's Jack Welch?
Yes.
Put it in
Role of a leader.
I'd love to watch that.
Please watch. It's like 5 minutes only, but it completely changed how I look at leadership now. And then there's a phrase I like using all the time, every time I get an opportunity. It's by... What's her name? She's the CEO of Essence. Wanga. I don't know if you know her. Yeah, she's the CEO of Essence. She says, who you are is who you are. If you can't be who you are where you are, you don't change who you are, you change the where you are.
Here?
So like, for example, I'm working in this organization. I can't be who I am. So I don't change who I am.
I just change where I am.
My best friend and me have a
I love that.
We say, go where you're celebrated.
Yes.
And we use it as a life thing. Whether it's work, whether it's go to rooms where if you feel like this room is not celebrating you, even inside, it doesn't have to be a tia, shangwe na bigele. But if I feel, it makes me feel that gut thing we're talking about. Here you feel like, change the room.
Yes, change. You don't have to do it.
Don't be taking yourself places that make you feel... I love that very much.
I like that.
So I love that statement because it keeps reminding me to be who I am. If I'm the kind of person who wakes up, that I walk into the office, it's okay.
Be that.
If you're like Albert, our head of finance, hey guys.
Literally,
Or he doesn't say anything at all. Let him be.
And that's it. He has nothing.
But there's a time we had a team building in Limuru, and he was fun that day. And then we unlocked him. And then we made some hats, make Albert fun again. Because we were doing a strategy session, and even when he was walking to the presentation,
Albert, love that.
Be who you are. If you're boring, be boring. If you're fun, be fun. If
you're loud, be loud. If you're quiet, be quiet.
Be quiet. Be who you are.
If you're young, be young.
And if you're old, also be old.
I'm old-fashioned. Allow me.
Speaking of things that, sorry, you want to go?
No, it's okay.
Speaking of things that make you happy, I know we'll go to her last because we already called her dancing CEO.
Yes.
I'm just asking my co-hosts, what are some of the things you do on the side? Maybe it's going to the gym, maybe swimming, maybe singing. What makes you happy?
Do you know what makes me
and
very
gets you out of a funk?
Trying new food and new restaurants.
Woohoo!
I was about
It's
to
a
say that.
really big thing for me.
I love that.
I was
It's a
about to
really
say
Can I see
that.
the same thing?
Can we have a date?
Yes. Do you know I have a
was
list of
about
over
to say
100 restaurants in Nairobi.
You have to visit.
I just write whenever a new restaurant opens up or I see someone talking about from a grill, a small grill. There's a time I went to a small, really small seafood restaurant on the side of the road in Diani.
Wow.
Because I'd seen it somewhere and someone talked about it. It literally was on the side of the road. I couldn't park. Like I had to go park in
Like a kibanda, like
literally. And they had the most amazing seafood I think I ever had in my life. And it's somewhere on my list.
Oh.
2 grills
I am going there.
Two small grills that do shawarmas in South Sea. 2 big restaurants in big hotels that are opening in every
love
week.
that.
So I write them all down in a list. And then whenever I'm meeting a friend for dinner, I say we always have to try a new place. And then it also attaches a memory for me. So whenever I go to somewhere again, I'm like, the first time I went there, I went with and we had a very nice
That's
time.
cute.
So that it actually gives me an immense amount of joy. And I think that's one of my hobbies. It's a hobby. What about you?
To be honest, I think even my socials, my work is to eat. To be very honest with you, kazi ni kukula. I love eating food and not alone.
Yeah.
So I would want to eat with a friend. I would want to try restaurants, even if it's a bad review. Even if it's bad, come with me to eating and just spending time with people. I'm a people's person.
Me and Philly are the same person. By the way, now, literally we've been saying this as a joke.
You've been sharing that couch for this. I think that
same person.
you've created, you've gelled into one
Because she
person.
has said my answer.
Really?
Literally spending time with my
People,
loved ones and while eating.
Exactly, while eating.
In that order or...
Exactly.
whichever order.
So I love human beings. Sometimes, of course, like she said, sometimes you're not in the mood. Hey, sometimes you're not, but I love human beings, especially my 2 people. I love human beings. I love meeting new people. It's actually lovely because you always have something to offer. Like I've learned so much so far. I've gotten to know we have so much in common. Do she? I'm like, hey, there's somebody who's louder than me. Like, hey, I never knew, And it's, I love doing that. And sleeping. I love sleeping. Even if it doesn't come, I already learned there's a supplement I can take. Or I just try and sleep. But I love to sleep. Yeah. You?
Okay.
Your time
I think other than food and spending time with my loved ones, I think I love a good movie. Like I could, like my ideal weekend, other than like spending time with my loved ones, if I just sat down and just watched like a nice rom-com, I would be so happy.
Rom-com.
I would be so happy. I'd just be like, oh my God.
Crying.
Oh yeah, I cry as well. I cry as well.
I love to cry. You said I love you.
He said I love you. He picked her tissue. So Priscilla now.
Actually, the funny thing is that all the things you've said, except food, I'm not a foodie. Yeah. Okay, I don't choose. Like I don't think about food. I eat what is there. But sleeping, oh my God.
Yeah.
My Sundays, 1 p.m.
In the
Kitanda
bed.
bado.
Just that all you do is just shilling your legs inside
Yeah,
the
and there are days I don't leave that bed. My kids bring for me food there. They do. I don't.
Yeah.
And also hanging out with people. I'm a people person. However, I have days when my energy is so drained. I just need to re-energize. Recharge. Yeah. So actually, it's the same thing. Oh yeah, and I cry when I watch movies as well. And I love movies.
Actually, if she likes crying movies, guys, in the comment section, recommend those 2 crying movies that you think that
Titanic
you can
was the first one.
Armageddon. So I wanted to ask Priscilla, one thing I'm really like so flawed and just in awe of is MYDAWA. The concept of MYDAWA, how MYDAWA works. I have inside information because, of course, I've worked with MYDAWA. I'm working with the people who work in your team. First of all, you have an amazing team.
Woohoo!
You have a bomb.
I'm blessed.
I'm blessed. Your bomb.com team. But I'd like to know from now your perspective as the CEO. Tell me more about MYDAWA. Tell me about how it is working with in the telehealth space. What do you call these companies that come and shake the room?
Disruptive.
I feel like MYDAWA is a disruptor.
It is actually.
It's a huge disruptor.
Yeah.
So I'd like to know how it is for you and your perspective in the telehealth space.
So allow me to share with you the vision of the founder. Yes, so the founder is Neil O'Leary. O'Leary. Oh, it's O'Leary, not O'Leary. Oh my gosh.
So the founder is?
Neil O'Leary. So he founded MYDAWA in 2017. His initial vision was, he looked at the supply chain. Of medication. 70% of the medication we have here in Kenya is imported. That means there's a manufacturer, there's someone who's importing, there's a distributor, there's a wholesaler, there's the retailer, and then the end consumer. All these people in the value chain are getting a margin out of this. Yes, so by the time the medication is getting to the end consumer, it's 3x, 4x more. So the initial vision was, I manufacture drugs and then I build a platform where consumers can access the drugs directly. So no distributor, wholesaler, retailer. And that was the initial vision. And unfortunately, when he came to Kenya, he didn't realize it takes a couple of years to get drugs approved. It takes 2 to 3 years to get drugs approved. Currently, since 2018, 2019, we've gotten 22 drugs approved with 37 more in the pipeline.
That's a huge number.
Yeah, it's a huge number.
Yeah.
It's still a big number, but can you imagine if we got all of them approved?
Exactly.
So we'll have a wide range of medication. So this medication ranges all the way from anti-infectives to cardiovasculars. We also have supplements. We have 20 supplements approved. So we have the calcium, the strong bones, slim. We even have slim.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the most popular.
Yeah, strong bones, so we can have Megan Thee
Yes,
Stallion
the
knees.
calcium and all that stuff.
So I'm trying to get my Megan Thee Stallion knees back.
Omega-3. Yeah. So that was the initial vision. But now because it takes long to get drugs approved, we have to now build a platform that also allowed other manufacturers or distributors to sell via the same platform. That's why now we have a wide range of, But the initial vision was to sell.
Cut out the middle people.
Yes.
From the system.
And actually, it does, because if I look at the favorite one I know, top of mind is Comoxiclav, which is the same as Augmentin.
Hey, wow.
Yeah, the same as
Comoxiclav is the clavulanic acid and amoxicillin. Right?
Hey, yes.
Wow. You're becoming a dagetari, by
I think
the
I
way.
know that one.
Yeah, that's really big in
I have good teachers. I have good
done.
teachers
Yeah.
in the team. So it's the same as Augmentin. Yeah. So Augmentin is a brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it costs 2,200 on MYDAWA, but on other pharmacies can be as high as 2,700. The same Comoxiclav, MYDAWA branded, is 400 shillings.
Wow.
When you're talking about 2,200 brand.
Yeah.
And then
Almost a quarter the cost.
Yeah, it's
Less than?
Yeah. But there's this perception that generics are fakes. Even me, I had the same perception, actually.
Me too.
Yeah, in my mind, when I think generics, I think it's made in China.
Yeah, oops.
I
Stucky.
want the original.
I want the original one. Yet people need to realize it's the same combination. It's
molecule.
just that they're not the ones who originated the drug. Yeah. So it's effectiveness is the same.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's 400 shillings on MYDAWA, and it's because we are able to remove these many people in the value chain.
That's amazing. Also, just being able to even consider the fact that, sometimes when you think about medication as a layman, which is who I am in this conversation, you don't, I was like, I had to say in this conversation because I'm not a layman everywhere. What's up? What's going on here? So the fact that you don't realize the fact that when a medicine comes in, there are all these people in the pipeline. I don't think I could have thought of that. I thought that the med comes in, then it goes to the pharmacy, and then I get it when I go and get it.
There are many people in the
there are
value
so many
chain.
people in the value chain.
And
So even
that
thinking
makes-
about the fact that also adds to the cost of it, and to people, and you see medicine, and I keep on saying this in because we've been having these conversations, the three of us as hosts. Medicine is not something that we take for fun. This is something that it's a need.
It's a need.
It's a need, and it's
No
a
choice.
It's at a point of someone when they're at a point of need, they're ill.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't cost an arm and a leg to get well, right?
It shouldn't.
So thank you, Mr. Neil, because I thank you so much, because what an honorable thing to do for the people. What an honorable thing to do.
And that's what drew me to MYDAWA. Actually, we had a conversation. I had a conversation with Neil, and that's what got me. Because of the mission of the company. The mission is to ensure better health outcomes. And we are actually doing it. And the other thing is in 2021 now, we got some funding from Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to build our telehealth capability. And that's why Samira is in the team. Yeah, so she heads the telehealth department. She has a team of doctors who work with her. We get consultations coming in. And we do about 1,200 consultations a month.
Wow.
When you think about it, if we had a physical facility,
It would have been more. Yeah, 100%.
So we do 1,200 consultations, and with MYDAWA now, you can speak to a doctor, they write for your prescription, and medication is delivered to you.
By the same platform.
By the same platform. So you don't have to go to hospital. You go to hospital because you really have to.
Yeah.
And then we also have partnerships with labs, although that has not really picked up. We are yet to figure that out properly. Where if now during the consultation you're required to do a lab test for further diagnosis, she writes a prescription, sent to our partner lab, either Lancet, Metropolis, whoever we're working with, and then the lab tech is sent to your house, takes a sample, goes, tests, results are sent back to us, and then we call you back with a diagnosis, or we write for your prescription, depending on what was found, or we also refer you to a hospital if now this is now a serious case, because telehealth has its limitations in terms of what you can deal with. And so I can say MYDAWA is an end-to-end digital health platform. You're able to get all the range, the array of services across the whole
on the spectrum.
On the spectrum,
yes. Of what you need.
Yes.
The full spectrum. You may be doing surgery in a few years. You never know.
Samira is upgrading. You wait.
Someone may be able to call you and tell you this is the problem. You're like, a team is on the way to pick you up. Just chill. Hold on a minute. We're coming for you. So I think the platform, I know Fini must feel the same way. The more we get to learn about it, it's amazing. Like, it's absolutely amazing.
And the people behind it are amazing as well. So.
And you see the thing, for each to be amazing, and that's the thing about anything in the telecommunications, telehealth, whatever space, the tele space, for each to be able to be amazing and to work so fluidly, the team behind it has to be amazing.
Even,
so
customer service even, because can you imagine, you're used to seeing a doctor face to face, and now you're going to the step where you're having a phone conversation. That person has to be empathetic, literally through the phone. You know, you're not used to this person, this doctor, and you need to get to a point where you're comfortable and confident enough to give them, even if it's some, weird information. Maybe you're feeling something strange and you don't want. So it's literally customer service, and for healthcare to be put in a space where it's accessible from the comfort of your home or your office or whatever. Even an emergency, that is great.
Actually, talking of customer service, the patients who call and ask for specific doctors. The time Samira was on demand. I want Dr. Samira.
One day I'm watching my rock, I'm crying.
I'm Actually, there's a lady you take care of, Joshua's mom. It's Dr. Samira all the way.
Only.
So, for example, if you have a pharmacy that is based here, ideally you would you're limited in terms of the coverage, because people will not travel very far to come here, right? So you're limited maybe to maximum 5-kilometer radius. But if you have an online platform, you're able to serve people who are even 20 kilometers away from the store, because they can get it delivered to them, right? So what we've seen is that overlaying an online platform on top of a physical store increases the coverage, increases the number of customers you can serve. And that's a strategy we now are using to enter markets. So like Uganda, go in, buy a company that is a bit beta positive, overlay an online platform onto it. We've not yet done that because we are still upgrading our platform. So once it's ready, the plan is to now also enable the Uganda business.
That way you grow.
Yeah, you grow. So if you look at the Mombasa example, where 50% of the revenue is from the online platform. If we didn't have an online platform, that revenue would be missing out on.
100%.
Yeah, but now, it's a...
You have both, two-pronged.
Exactly.
I love that. Okay. So now you've given us a very beautiful journey of the MYDAWA story. Thank you so much for that.
You're very welcome.
It's really lovely to be able to hear about how this company has come from where it's been to where it's at and where it's going. Now I want to know where you're going. What's next? What can we expect? What exciting things?
Personally or MYDAWA, or both?
Both, please. Tell us about, you've already told us that this is your last employer. You said you don't, after MYDAWA, you're like,
it's time to retire.
Priscila is doing something else.
Yeah.
For yourself and for the MYDAWA company, what can we expect and what's
So for
next?
MYDAWA, expect expansion within the market, Kenyan market, and also within Africa. So like I said before, our market entry strategy is to buy a pharmacy and enable the business. So we expect to do that more. But currently we believe there's a lot of opportunity in Kenya as it is. So we are yet to expand also beyond Nairobi. We have Meru, yes, but we are yet to scale it up. So our priorities for this let me say short term, would be, right now we deliver under 2 to 4 hours, right? Yes. So what we want to do is deliver in 45 minutes. But for us to be able to do that, we have to have a similar store like what we have in Mombasa. It's a hybrid store that also enables people to deliver from there. Because the closer you are to the store, the shorter your delivery time. Yes. So the idea is to add 2 more warehouses, similar to what we have in Westlands. So have probably one in Mombasa Road and another one in Thika Road. And with those 2, we should be able to deliver in an hour to service the people close to those areas. Because if you're delivering from Westland, someone who lives in Syokimau will get their order after 4 hours. Which is not their best experience. And then in these days of Glovo and Uber, where food comes to you in 45 minutes, even less. So there's that customer expectation. So we have no choice but to wow the customer with an amazing user experience. So that's one thing we want to do. And then the second thing is also grow through partnerships. Can we, for example, set up a pharmacy in Quickmart, Carrefour? Just figure out how do we now and increase footage, not necessarily to deliver from there, but also having that presence. So people know if I have an issue, I can walk into a Quickmart or a Carrefour or a whatever supermarket, and get serviced. So that's for Kenya. And then also outside Nairobi, of course, we know the key cities, the Nairobi, the Nakurus, the Eldorets, the Kisumu. We have to set up locations there. And it will be the same thing. It's a hybrid store where you have the online and the offline.
Brick and click.
That's actually very
Bricks and clicks.
Bricks and clicks. So that even people who are not within Nairobi can be included and also get the services that you offer. Because to be honest, we know the services are good.
Yeah, but we still deliver in Kisumu, even Moyale or whatever. It's just that now it's delivered the next day. So the idea here is to get people have an experience of less than an hour. I have my order. It doesn't matter where you are in the country.
Accessibility across
the market.
Now what about Priscila? What's next for Priscila?
I actually want to do my PhD. I was supposed to do in this
You
September.
better. Come on.
But then
Come on, Daktari.
So you're meant to do it when?
This September, but hey, the way things are going at MYDAWA right now. Actually, I said the process, I might have to postpone to next year. But actually, I don't want to go beyond next year because it takes about 4 years to get the PhD done. So hopefully, if I do that, by the time I'm 45, I'm a daktari.
I love that.
And then by that time, MYDAWA will have scaled. And then probably I can, Sabira can take over, and then I leave.
I love it.
Anyway, someone can take over, and then I don't mind staying in the business as a consultant, but I don't want to be 45 and being pressured to go to work. So that's my plan. I want to become a lecturer, and the reason for this is because I want to be a different kind of a lecturer. I want to go in and teach from a point of experience. Because I did my MBA, and unfortunately some of the classes I used to feel like they're very theoretical. I was not relating, especially marketing. Can you imagine I'm a marketer and I got a C MBA.
Really,
Because for me, these things are not practical.
You're telling me a lot of theory that doesn't make sense on the ground.
I'm also doing my master's and
there are things that they're said there.
Right.
Like 4 Ps. Who remembers the 4 Ps? So anyway, so I want to do it differently. Just leverage on the experience. And focusing on people. I want to do a PhD in organizational behavior. Because understanding people at the workplace is a science. There's a science to it. I really want to study what makes people tick in the work organization. So, because I know if you create the right environment, with less resources, you can double a business. And I'm talking out of experience. You can literally double a business by just changing how you treat people. And how things.
The culture. And I think I would have told you that if you hadn't said that that's what you're going to do. Because already, speaking about your leadership and having one of the people who work in your team speak about your leadership, nothing else would have made more sense as a PhD for you than organizational.
There's a science to it.
And even a psychology.
That's what I want to understand.
Psychology behind it, right? And understanding the people aspect. I think you'll do great at it. And then you become a daktari, come back here and let's have a conversation. I'll call you Doctor. Priscila Muhiu.
Utaka Priscila Muhiu PhD at the end.
It'll be everywhere.
But that's what's next for me. Personally, I don't know if I want a third child. If not, I'll adopt. But because I love kids. probably adopt 2.
Wow.
And retire early.
Yes.
Retire early. That's
And-
my
and
plan.
yes.
And
you're the one who's in charge of your time.
Yeah, I want to be in
Be
charge
more
of
in
my
charge of your
time.
time.
And then experiences. I want to travel, do things. Live life.
Living, yeah.
Yeah. This has been fantastic. I'm so this has been such an eye-opening conversation for me also because of leadership in the spaces that I lead and trying to be a better leader. And then MYDAWA, for me, you guys blow my mind on a constant basis. I feel like not only the people, but the concept of it, how it works, how I have worked with it, not only working, for example, with My Health My Way, but also as a client, right?
Yeah,
the entire company just wows me. So this has been amazing. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence.
And now that you said you're a leader, what I can tell you, take it as a privilege. You're privileged.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
it's an
privileged
honor.
to be. It's an honor to be
A leader. You're responsible not just for the team, but their families as well.
Right.
And for them, it's a big calling.
And
It's a
also
big
that calling, and also that thing for making sure that I'm treating these people because they're people, right? And
They're
same
just
way,
people.
I'm a person. There's so much I'm taking. There's so many tidbits that my mind is just like, I want to keep this for future and refer back to this. But thank you. Thank you very
Even
much.
leaders is anywhere, be it a home, be it a siblings, and elder
Yeah.
sibling.
It applies.
It applies. So actually, from you speaking, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn on how to treat people. Be kind. Treat people the way you'd like to be treated. And you get doctors like Dr. Samira happy and working.
Actually, on the be kind part, I remember when I was going through a rough phase in my life, everyone who said hi to me, I would hold on to it.
Wow.
Yeah. I remember I would hold on to it and I'd replay it in my mind over and over again. Yeah. So nowadays, like, meet people, hi.
Yeah.
I don't know you. If I meet you on the street and you make eye contact, I say hi.
Yeah. And
Because I don't know what you're going through.
A hi with eye contact, not just a hi for like hi. Yeah.
Know what
Someone else
person
going
is
through.
going.
Being kind. Be kind. What a wonderful section. So Priscilla, we're so happy to have had you here.
Thank you so
Before
much for
we let
inviting
you
me.
go, a small parting shot, just for the people, for the Watus. Something small that you want to say or you feel like you haven't said.
There's a quote by Oscar Wilde, and I like it a lot, actually. It says, be yourself because everyone else is taken. So, yeah.
Wow.
And the only way you can stand out is by being yourself because no one is like you.
Yeah.
So compete with the you of yesterday, not with anyone
Because
else.
all people are talking.
The you of yesterday, that's the person you're competing
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
Because you have to become better and better than her. So be yourself.
And I think
Everyone
also-
else is taken.
It's important even for people, especially when like younger people leaving uni or high school, when you look at people or hear people speak and you get so inspired by people, don't look at them and be like, I want to be that person. Take what it is that you're getting
Lessons.
from lessons and then impart them into your life. Yeah. That's how inspiration is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be, I want to copy paste Priscilla and become Priscilla. It's that I love Priscilla's leadership. I want to now embody that and learn how to be a better leader. I don't want to be Priscilla.
Yeah.
That
And
even
then
makes-
embody it in your own way.
in my own way.
Yeah, in
With
your
my
own
own
way.
flair.
Yeah, you put your own flavor.
Aromat and some yeah, some aromat in there. Yeah. Some tahini, some paprika.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, Priscila Muhiu,
What are you gonna do to me, Daktari?
you know I've been waiting for this. This is the best time I think to challenge your boss.
Yes, actually, yes. If ever there was an opportunity, this is it.
Oh my God, you're so funny.
So the previous guest had a challenge for you, but I feel like it's too easy for her. Because this is in her veins. It's just like
Okay.
Yeah.
Challenge?
So the previous guest said that you need to do a dance, and she was specific. She said she wants the Twala dance.
Yes.
And you do it
Dun,
for
dun,
20 seconds.
Dun, dun,
Who's doing it with me?
dun.
Do she?
Let me tell you. So, okay, guys.
Who's doing it with me?
Kana kwamba, I am being chosen all the time here.
No, you know what? Case closed. Let's see your age.
If I embarrass
shine.
myself, I embarrass myself.
Let's
You know what I'm
see
saying?
your
What's up?
shining.
My age is
Let's see your age
You
shine.
and your people, the person for them days.
Actually, we should play the song.
No, please play it so that I can even remember what that dance
No,
looks
no,
like.
no, no, no.
That's right.
You see, I can't do it.
Just see. Wait.
Oh my God.
And then down. I love it. it. Good
doing
job,
it.
guys. You're doing it, baby.
Yeah. Hey.
She's actually
Wow, I love it for you guys. Fantastic. Thank you, guys.
Oh my God.
Mtanionyesha maajabu.
Thank you for coming on.
You're very welcome.
It's been lovely.
It's been lovely. Thank you. It's been an amazing conversation.
Lovely.
And I love your energy.
Thank
Keep
you.
at it.
And thank you for powering
so
us.
much.
Yes. Yeah, because you're powered by MYDAWA.
Yeah, she literally said,
She said,
sign the check right now.
Run this girl's
I was
check.
asked to approve that payment.
Aren't
They
you
know
happy?
themselves.
Aren't you happy that you did now that you've been here?
Yeah.
It was worth it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Guys,
Conversation
thank
has
you
been-
so much for being with us during this amazing episode. I'm really, really keen to hear what it is you've learned from this. And please write in the comment section. Tell us everything that you've learned. Maybe other questions you'd like us to ask Priscilla to do the next time she comes on. Or other challenges. Give it to us. We will do it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for being with us, guys. Remember, all our social media platforms are MYDAWA. On YouTube, we are MYDAWA. And there's a whole playlist called My Health, My Way podcast where you can catch all our episodes. It's been lovely having you. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.